There was some Giannis trade news this week. Obviously, Monday. What has came out is leaked video of him at a San Francisco hotel. Joel, before we talk about why he was there was also a report that came out from NBC that talked about the Houston Rockets, who is right now the number one contender to go get Giannis. It said that they were willing to give up Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith, and a multitude of picks from Brooklyn, Phoenix, and themselves. Would that be enough or too much for Giannis, in your opinion?
That would be enough. I mean, what are they giving up in that scenario? Great player and a role player and picks. I think that's enough to go get Giannis. And Alperen Sengun, as much as I love him, I think what Houston is thinking from their perspective, and I think he's taking massive leaps in his game. Defensively, offensively, he took a step back, and I think he can get better next year with a good offseason. The Giannis and Sengun fit is weird. It's just, call it what it is. It's a weird fit.
Yes.
And if you are banking on those two, manning a front court with that spacing, it's hard to talk yourself into it, where maybe Jalen Green bounces back next year and is very impactful. I think he fits better next to Giannis just from a stylistic standpoint. So they probably would like to keep Jalen Green, or he just has no value. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that Sengun is the only player on that team that has real legitimate value that the Bucks are looking at and saying, yeah, that's actually a centerpiece to go get one of the three best players in the NBA.
That was what was appalling to me in this article, because in the fine print it said allegedly the Bucks are more interested in a Jalen Green base package instead of a Sengun package. And if I'm thinking about their future, I don't know if Jalen Green is worth building around, especially if Damian Lillard's coming off the Achilles injury. I would much rather have Sengun if I'm the Bucks, but right now they're kind of eyeing that Jalen Green package instead. I don't know if there's a world where they get both, but if you were the Bucks, you would be eyeing Sengun instead of Green, right?
Yeah, and I think that's probably fluff. That's probably smoke that's thrown out there.
Yep.
For the sake of it, I think Sengun is more valuable, and that is enough for Giannis, especially if you're throwing in the 10th overall pick and future picks that might become top 10 picks, maybe top 5 picks. That becomes very worth it for Milwaukee. And I don't think this is going to be a situation where Giannis is picking his spot. I know the Warriors sounds like a match made in heaven with Steph. They have no realistic trade package to go get Giannis. They have no foundational young players that they can trade to go get Giannis. It's just not going to happen. I don't see it happening. And I think the only teams that have a shot at getting Giannis are the teams that have those foundational young pieces and picks to go get him.
Exactly. And I understand the control he might have over the franchise and he can handpick whatever he wants. But we saw this with Damian Lillard. He wanted to go to Miami. Damian Lillard never wanted to be in Milwaukee, and you could tell that the first year. And he got what the Trailblazers wanted. He didn't get what he wanted. And despite Giannis being a top 3 player in the world right now, if I'm the Bucks, I'm making the best trade for me, no matter how much he has done for that city, no matter how much he has done for that franchise. It sounds harsh, but if I'm Milwaukee's GM, we have done everything he has asked us to up until this point. He has put pressure on us year after year after year, and we've made whatever trade he's wanted us to make. We fired whatever coach he has wanted us to fire, and now it's time for us to get ours. Earlier this week, the reason the Warriors thing popped off is because people had videoed him in this San Francisco hotel, and Twitter was going crazy about it. You know, possibly he's meeting with Steph Curry, he's meeting with the Golden State Warriors. That was not it at all. The real reason he was there was just for a Google event, one of his partnerships. He made a public appearance at the Google annual event. That was the only reason he was in San Francisco. And you're right, the Warriors have no chance to get him because of the pieces they have. They're not taking the Warriors package over Houston, over San Antonio, over Memphis, hell, even over Miami. Name the team